Welcome back to Digital Champions on Daily Ad Brief. I'm your host, Mike White, and on Digital Champions, we're meeting with the experts in the industry, talking about tips, tricks, trends, and the technologies they use to help their clients grow their campaigns. Joining us today, we have Zach Parker from ProSource Media. Zach, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
So tell me about ProSource Media and what services you offer your customers.
ProSource Media is a digital marketing firm specifically focused in SEO, SEM, and content marketing. Got our started in 2016, and we've grown to have clients, all over the country, and we work with people all around the globe.
What's the biggest mistake that you see companies making when they try to do this for themselves and not work with a professional such as your company?
Now, the biggest mistake I see is they just don't know what tools to use to create a roadmap for success. There's so many digital tools out there that are critical for SEOs to get a good handle on, how people find businesses and specifically how they use search to do so. And a lot of companies that kind of handle it themselves go in, with an idea of how their customers find them, but they don't really peel back the layers and create a comprehensive strategy. So I think that's a big thing that a lot of do-it-yourself guys miss out on when it comes to SEO.
What's the biggest change that you see in the way people are going to market their businesses over the next 12 to 24 months?
I think a lot of businesses are moving swiftly towards digital. I think their messaging is going to change in the channels of which they use to get that message out there. Social media is going to be really big for all companies, small, medium-sized, big, to really connect with their target audience like they used to do through traditional advertising means.
What excites you most about the digital industry and what scares you?
What's exciting is that it's constantly evolving and growing. Things are getting innovated on a daily, weekly, monthly basis that are, creating new opportunities for digital marketing companies to kind of, reach their target audience. So I think that's definitely something that's exciting. But with that, it's kind of scary too, right? Because, in SEO, I'll give you the example of Google's algorithm updates. Go back to 2012, Google Panda and Penguin completely changed how the SEO game was done. I was lucky to come in after that and learn SEO the hard way, but that uncertainty on where the industry goes can make a lot of your day-to-day operational things obsolete and have to kind of adapt and evolve. So that's something that is kind of nerve-wracking, but at the same time, if you're open and you can embrace change, you can weather those changing tides.
So what types of businesses do you enjoy working with the most?
I've worked with so many different types. I like the industries that I'm interested in. My biggest client is a real estate client. I've always wanted to learn real estate, and working with him afforded me the opportunity to, learn things about real estate that helped me in my own home buying process. So I definitely enjoy working with industries that are of interest to me, namely things like real estate, sports, things in the medical field as well, would probably be my favorite clients. But then again, I'm not picky. I'll take on anybody because it's always a chance to learn something new.
What's the biggest, the greatest thing that you've learned over the last 3 years in a tactic, a tip, a trick when it comes to creating and optimizing campaigns?
I think the best tip that I can give is get really, really good at writing content. This was something that I was not too strong at when I started in SEO, and over the years I really refined that ability to write a piece that's not just optimized for a search engine, but also reads well and is informative and helpful for the user. Because at the end of the day, SEO is really about getting your unique differentiators out in front of your potential audience, and to be able to kind of cater towards doing that so that the search engine will index it for the keywords that you want, but also keep it in a informative and helpful piece of content. the businesses that do that the best and do it the most are going to win in SEO. And it's, I think, the most critical factor. Everything from SEO falls from that. Your backlinks are only going to be as good as the content that you have on your site, because nobody wants to, link to a keyword stuffed article or something like that. So you really have to refine your content game. And if you're not good at it, then you need to be very tight with managing it, so that the people that you do hire to do it have clear direction on what to write, how to write it, and they're more able to kind of communicate what makes that company unique.
What advice would you have for an up-and-comer, someone that's just graduating school and wants to get into the industry?
Start reading. I'm self-taught in everything digital marketing. I was a golf pro when I started, and I didn't know much about websites other than I wanted to build one for golf, and that's what kind of led me into it. It's amazing how many resources are out there via books and webinars and all these things where you can you can learn these skills and you can apply it to anything that you do. If you're in any sort of business professional role, knowledge in digital marketing can definitely be a game changer of a tool to help you improve your business's search engine friendliness and improve their ability to market and get in front of those target customers.
So last question is, what is the greatest place to watch a golf tournament? And I'll give you a tip: Island Green.
TPC Sawgrasses. I mean, I got an opportunity to play that in college, and man, what a place. I'll put that in my top 3, but I mean, sitting down on like the 15th green at Augusta, check it. You got the 16th tee, the par 3 over the water, and the guys coming up the par 5 on Sunday. I don't think there's a place like it. But probably in that top 3 is going to be the Ryder Cup too. Being part of a Ryder Cup audience just looks like it's a lot of fun. So I'll put those as my top 3. I kind of copped out on that one, but.
Well, Zach, I'd love to invite you up to Jacksonville, Florida. You're only down south a few hours, and take you out golfing. I'm a nice, solid 30 handicap. So it's a pleasure to be able to speak with you today. Thanks for sharing your insights with our audience.
Thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
To find out more about ProSource Media and all the amazing things they could do to help your brand grow, visit us at dailyadbrief.com. We'll see you next time on Digital Champions.